There is a lot I cannot mention, but I learned five important lessons from my Indian friend. It taught me a lot of things that I need to know about life, about relationship, about success. And that's why in this video, I want to share with you the five only lessons I learned from my rich Indian friend. And he taught me these things for free. And I'm telling you, it's something that you don't get to hear everywhere. And these things are going to help you, especially in your life. If you're a young person, I'm telling you, these things are going to help and they are very, very practical. Just like I've applied them in my life, they are going to help you in your journey to success. The first thing that it taught me is that you must live frugally, okay? Do not try to impress everybody by buying expensive things, by going to where people go that you don't have the money to afford, okay? Or buying them new expensive wristwatches just to show your friends, by trying to buy those new Gucci things, all those branded stuff, and then they are very expensive, by going to those issues that you cannot barely afford, okay? It's very important that you take care of yourself, okay? Once in a while, you want to spoil yourself and feel good, but let you, I want to let you understand that my rich friend told me that frugal living is a secret to achieving financial freedom. It's a secret to understanding and having the mindset of someone that wants to make good things out of life. It's important that you live frugally. And by frugal, I don't mean by being so stingy or by being so this or that, but I like to minimalism. Minimalism is the secret for taking you very far, especially when you're starting out in your career, when you're starting out in your business. Learn to live below your means. It's something that told me, he said me, let God be here, learn to live below your means. It's very, very important that you learn to live below your means because to sustain you, especially on the rainy days. Look, your friends might not always come through for you. And of course, I've felt a lot of disappointment with my friends, and I need to understand that those are not friends, okay? If your friend cannot come through for you in the days of rainy days, okay? But by the way, it doesn't mean that you live frugally and living bad, okay? You need to understand that you must be thrifty with your money so that you can go very far. The next thing that he told me is that you must invest in gold. And when I say gold, okay, I know that gold is not very common and not everybody has access to gold. But in the Indian culture, gold is something that's very common and people enjoy gold. By saying gold, I need you to understand you must own a piece of maybe gold or silver because these things are very, very monetarily valuable. Okay? And with time, they appreciate in value. These are real assets. And like if you have good, expensive jewelry, I want you to know they are very, very valuable in the marketplace and you can keep them and they are very rewarding. The next thing that I told me is that you must have an entrepreneurial spirit. Never have the spirit of saying you want to work for somebody to work for someone. Of course, when you're starting out in your career from an early age, you want to work for somebody to learn from them. Not because you want to do this, but to learn from them. In as much as they are paying you salary, you are learning from them how to run an organization, how to plan, how to set scriptures, how to understand the whole place about the marketplace, because that's the first which you must be. If you want to become a king, you must first become a pawn. And it's very, very important. And then the fourth thing that it taught me is that family is everything, my friends. A lot of people want to be so independent, they don't want to speak to their family again because they've gotten married, because they found the love of their life, they abandoned their parents. No, you must understand that family is your strength. Family is your backbone. Whether you are living abroad or wherever you are living, always remember family. Family is very, very important. It's going to sustain you, especially when things are not going well for you. It's very important because that's the first union, that's the first people that actually believed in you and always keep them close because they're your most very valuable ally and they're always there for you anytime, any day. The final thing that they taught me it's about saving for investment. And need to know that, by the way, the Indians are very people that enjoy celebrations and investment and all these celebrations and things like that. Okay, they like the parties, the club, all the celebrations. They told me that they enjoy celebrations so much. So my rich friend told me you must always save for investments and celebrations. But what I mean by saving for investment, he told me, look, you must always plan so that you don't spend so much. Know what is necessary. You don't need to have the grandest of parties. You don't need to explore everything, okay? You need to be so minimal so that you can actually go very far. And so these are the lessons I learned from my rich Indian friend, and they told me I should share them with you because I know that you need them and you must actually apply them in your life. And like always, I'm always here for you. And I know that things are going to go well for you. And I'll see you again in the next one.